Yo, seed time and harvest. More wealth building cornerstones. 4 ways to acquire wealth in America. What's going on, good people? It's your boy, Farmer Tez. Peep the bibs, peep the bibs, peep the overalls, right? Farmer Tez in the building. Uh, Thought I'd come and holler at you guys real quick. Couple updates on the garden. Um, Garden is it's almost over with, people. Uh, so, but yeah, I wanted to share. I've got to cut down the rest of the cotton and get it prepared. I actually got a couple bulbs that are open. So if you guys want to see what cotton looks like when the bulbs open, then let me know. What's up, Janelle? Go ahead and comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand. I'm gonna do a little work today in the garden. It's a nice day here in St. Louis, man. Sun is hanging high, but it's not too hot. But let's have a conversation about generational wealth, man. What are you guys doing to acquire wealth? Right? There's only 4 ways to do it, and we're gonna focus on 2 of those ways today. Zanetta from Baltimore is in the building. Janelle, what's up in the building? Lafayette, Louisiana. Is that where you at, Janelle? Always comment a little bit about what you do. One of the reasons I do these live streams is that so that we can get to know who all the movers and shakers are. So don't be afraid to shout yourself out. Just don't post any links because that gets a little tacky if everybody is posting their links. But 4 ways to acquire wealth. Anybody know where we're going with this? What do you think those 4 ways to acquire wealth are here in America? I'm gonna show you guys this cotton here in a minute. It's amazing, man. I still get a kick out of it every year I grow it. It's pretty cool to check out. But there's 4 ways to acquire wealth in America, and it's funny that a lot of people want to be wealthy and they don't even understand how to acquire wealth to begin with. But there's really 4 primary ways to do it. And Zanetta says inherited. That is definitely one of the ways that you can acquire wealth is through inheritance. And one of the reasons that I do what I do is because I am hell bent on building generational wealth for my family so that they can have some to inherit, right? I don't know. I do know that my mom, she doesn't have any wealth for me to inherit. And it's not because she doesn't love me. She just doesn't understand financial matters, right? But at least she did put me around people who did. She did encourage entrepreneurship in me and a lot of those things. I got to go up here and get my there we go. So she encouraged entrepreneurship. So Dr. Regina says entrepreneurship. Yep. One of the ways that you can acquire wealth is by building it, and you build it through entrepreneurship. So the 4 ways to acquire wealth in this country is you can buy it, you could build it, you could steal it, and you can inherit it, right? We're not going to focus on stealing it, but I got to be honest, that is a way to acquire wealth. There's a lot of stolen wealth in this country. So I can't leave that off the table. I'm just not sinister enough to try to go and steal anybody's wealth. I believe in reciprocity. I believe in mutual beneficial relationships, all of that kind of stuff. So I don't believe in stealing wealth, but if I didn't mention it, I would feel bad about that, because the truth of the matter is, people steal wealth all the time, right? And they do it legally, right? Because if you think about the situation with Pebbles and TLC, right? Pebbles didn't do anything illegal according to the law, the way she bound those young ladies up in those contracts, and um, she made the lion's share of all of their profits. But if you ask me, she stole some wealth. That's just my opinion. And I'm not saying she didn't deserve any of the wealth. She discovered them, she put them on, she introduced them to the right connections and all of that stuff, man. But at some point, when you're making millions and the talent is only making tens of thousands, even if contractually it says I can do this, the nature of the person that I am, I'm just gonna say, hey man, I entered into this contract because I took on all the risks. Now that this thing is panned out, then let me be fair about this thing, right? So that's just me, but everybody doesn't operate like me. But when I say you could buy wealth, right? This is where a lot of people have to at least get started. It is you taking the money that you make from your job and you learning how to invest it. So you're buying into other people's wealth that they've already built. You're buying into other people's company. You're investing in the stock market, for instance, mutual funds, that kind of thing, right? So you can buy wealth, and there's nothing wrong with buying wealth over time with consistent contributions, with smart investments. You can build, or you can buy wealth, and you can accumulate wealth through investing, buying it a little bit at a time. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. But then you could do what I do, is I'm actually building my wealth through building an asset or a company that that asset can be passed down to my next generation, but also the money that comes from the asset, it allows me to buy a lot more wealth than the average person. Think about it. If the average person is living paycheck to paycheck in this country, then how much wealth can they really buy over time? Right? But if I'm building a business where my profits are a couple $1,000s a month, and I wanted to take $1,000 a month and buy wealth, do you see how quickly I can advance to accumulate wealth faster by building wealth than I can by buying wealth, right? But everybody doesn't have the heart and the courage for entrepreneurship, and I get that. So buying wealth is definitely the option that they should take. Just don't get desperate to where you'll go out and try to steal somebody's wealth, right? But at any cost, you've got to remember, guys, I know how I feel now that my mom hasn't prepared a whole lot of wealth to be transferred to me. So why would I not learn from her mistakes and position myself to transfer wealth to my children upon, my departure from this planet, right? Why would I not go through what I need to go through, learn what I need to learn, so that my children, while I'm on this planet with them, can be learning and growing their wealth right now. I had my children on a webinar that I did last night with a young 26-year-old guy who's building wealth through network marketing. And they are so excited and so fired up about their ability to join the team and start their process of building their own wealth, man. I'm super excited for them as well. By the way, if you are looking for an opportunity, you want to partner with me or any of my teammates that might be sharing this with you, just get back with the person who shared this video and ask them about how we're helping people build a $600 a month guaranteed residual income by simply sharing tips, financial tips and strategies on social media. If that sounds like something that's intriguing to you, hey, I'm on social media all the time. You mean to tell me, Cortez, that if I learn how to share some tips and strategies the way that you do, partnering with you in business can generate a $600 per month residual income? That's exactly what I'm telling you. So if you want to know more about that, get back with the person who shared this video with you. But if you have chosen that you're going to buy your wealth, you said, Cortez, I've tried entrepreneurship. I just don't have it in me to build a business. That's fine, right? Then you definitely want to check out fidelity.com. Fidelity is an investment banking organization. Some of you guys already have your 401ks invested with them. It's funny, when I helped my son set up his Fidelity account a couple of weeks ago, we went in and he said, there's already an account right here, but it says Cane's. Well, he used to work at the chicken joint Cane's, that, Cane's chicken fingers. He used to work there, and Cane's did their 401k, and he didn't know it. He'd already had an account open with Fidelity. A lot of you guys got an account open with Fidelity and you don't even know it. But the reason I mention Fidelity a lot, and I'm not licensed to give you investment advice. You're not sending me any money for me to invest for you, but you can go look this up for yourself. Fidelity has lots of mutual funds where you can earn double-digit returns on your money. Now, if you partner with me in business, then I can show you some of these things as a business partner, how I go into Fidelity and look at some of these funds. But they have lots and lots of funds, man. Matter of fact, the last fund I looked at actually was paying 15.8% return. Absolutely amazing. So if you're going to buy wealth, you can't buy wealth through a regular bank account. You're going to earn less than 1%. A CD, you're going to earn about 2%. A money market account, you're going to earn about 2%. And what we know about the rule of 72, you earning 2% on your money means it's going to take 36 years for your money to double, right? Versus if you're earning 15% on your money is going to double every 5 to 6 years. That's how you get wealthy if you're going to buy wealth. Now, I have to tell you guys this, whether you want to hear it or not, man, the best financial position to be in this country is to be an entrepreneur where you own a home-based business and you have a job, because you have a regular paycheck that comes in, and that's going to take care of your bills and should give you a little cash flow to invest every month, right? Now you can get your money growing for you a heck of a lot faster. I'm trying to see if I done stepped in some of my dog's poop around here. You can grow your money a heck of a lot faster when you understand where to place your money. And Fidelity is a great, great place to go. Let me show you guys the cotton. You guys want to see the cotton? Let me show y'all this. So what I'm doing is, because I'm in Missouri, when I grow my cotton, this year I started it late. It took I didn't start it as early, so it didn't grow as big as it could have. And really, cotton should have been harvested in August, right? Early August, late July. But in Missouri, because of the temperatures and because of the climate, my cotton don't bloom where it busts and you can see the cotton falling out like you do in the South, because I just don't have that radiant heat like in the South. But and ultimately it does dry out and the cotton starts to expose itself and makes it easy for me to pick. So I'll show you guys this right here. Let's see if y'all can see this right here. Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that right there? So that's cotton right there. It's what the bulbs look like when they start opening up. And this is some fresh grown cotton. And if you look closely, you'll see that within the cotton, there's where the seeds are, right? And this is where the development of the cotton gin came from, because in order to spin the cotton into yarn or into thread, you got to get the seeds out of it. So they developed the machine to get the seeds out of it. And I was basically when slavery started to wind down. But not only did we have to pick the cotton, but then we also had to get the seeds out of the cotton so that the cotton can later be spun into yarn and seeds. I mean, yarn and thread. So then textiles can be made from the cotton. But cotton is still one of the largest cash crops in the world, people. And all you need is a few seeds and a little land, and you can get in the game, my friend. You can get in the game. That's why I grew it, because eventually I'm gonna get me a 1,000-acre farm, and I'm gonna go grow me some cotton, and you guys are gonna be able to buy clothing and textiles made from cotton that came from the Thornton farm. How about that? All right. Any questions on buying or building your wealth? Any questions? Buying wealth versus building wealth. We already discussed that we're not stealing no wealth, and we're definitely not. A lot of us just aren't in position to inherit any wealth. How many of you guys got a decent life insurance policy where you're going to ensure that at least your children will inherit some wealth? You guys got your life insurance game on point? One of the easiest wealth transfers of all is life insurance. Another way to buy wealth is to buy life insurance. Yeah, they're going to take your money and they're going to invest it. They're going to make a lot of money off your money. You know, the longer you live, I get that. But at least upon your passing, your children will have something, right? So as I said, I do definitely. And I know who you're working with. So you about got your infinite banking policies going, which is a whole nother level of insurance that most people don't even know anything about. Do you guys have any questions? If not, I need both of my hands so I can go ahead and finish up cutting down the rest of this cotton, getting it off of the stalk, letting it dry out. So I thought I had a lot more back here than I do. Turns out I don't have as much as I normally do every year. But that's what I wanted to chat with you guys about today, man. If you're in a situation where your parents were not in position to leave you an inheritance, don't let that cycle continue. Build you a business, right? It's the fastest way to build wealth. I use the example of Robert Johnson all the time. He took $15,000, bought a cable license, built BET, and in 25 years built a $3 billion empire that he was able to sell, right? Damien said, question, shoot. Let me know if you got questions, right? He couldn't have bought his way into a $3 billion empire in 25 years, guys. But because he built a business, it is the fastest way. Not only does he have wealth that he's going to be able to pass down to his children, but he's got wealth that he can also enjoy. Not to mention all the connections that he made building his business. Damon says, do you invest in gold? I do not personally. My primary investment, Damon, is into my own business. That's my primary investment. I do have an account with Fidelity. I do some Cash App stock investing, but 99.99% of the money that I invest goes back into my own business. But gold is definitely one of those things worthy of investing in. It's an appreciating asset. It is real money. Um, so I wouldn't discourage it, but me personally, 99.9% of all of my money goes into my own business. Good question, though. Good question. Definitely something that you can pass down to your children. It's going to appreciate in value as the dollar continues to deteriorate. Not because of anything negative that the country is doing. I know a lot of people talk about inflation. Inflation just happens because of the type of monetary system we have. Whenever you create any currency, all currencies eventually go back to their original value, which is nothing, right? Because a currency is not backed by anything, it's just a promissory note. So eventually that promise goes to nothing. But there's certainly nothing wrong with investing in gold, Damien. Just not my personal preference. Because again, that money sitting as a gold bar, as a gram of gold, it is appreciating in value, but I could be turning that money over in my business a little bit faster than the rate of its appreciation. So that's why I really, really focus on putting all of my money back into my business, right? So for instance, how much is a ounce of gold going for today? Anybody know? Anybody know? I don't know. I don't follow the price of gold. But say an ounce of gold was going for, I don't know, $1,900, right? $1,900. I can buy an ounce of gold. And if I sit on that gold, hold on to it, eventually that ounce of gold is going to be worth more and more every year, right? That's if I sit on it. But at the same time, that $1,900 is tied up in that asset. Again, not a bad thing, just a personal preference. When I can take that same $1,900 and I can invest it into, say, some Facebook advertisement to sell more of my products, I can turn that cash over a lot faster and turn that 1,900 into 3,800, right? Yeah, so 1,868. So I can take that 1,868 and invest it into a Facebook ad, for instance. I've got a product that I sell for $500, right? If you need graphic work, if you need a website built, I've got a product called Monetize My Life Deluxe Graphic Pack, $500, right? I can invest that 1,900, Damien, in Facebook ads, and those Facebook ads will bring me no less than 10 sales for that product. And of course, 10 times 5, that's $5,000 that I was able to build off of a $1,900 investment. Whereas I've more than doubled that money investing in my own business. And I get to use the 1,900. So I could flip the $1,868, double it in my own business, then turn around after I flipped it once, then buy a gram of gold, right? I think people are asleep on the speed at which you can build wealth through entrepreneurship. And trust me, it's something that's not for everybody, for sure. It's something that you have to learn, and you have to get to a point where you can develop products and services that have the value and put them in front of the right markets and all. I get that. But once you do, then the speed at which you can turn your money over in your own business is unprecedented in terms of comparison to a lot of other ways to acquire wealth. So it's my take on that. But again, one of the things I love about building wealth, there's really no right and wrong way to do it, just different ways to do it, right? Just different. And that's a powerful message for you guys to get, even about entrepreneurship. A lot of times we think about entrepreneurship and we think we have to be better, right? Is McDonald's really better than Burger King, or are they just different? Is Kentucky Fried Chicken really better than Popeyes? It's all fried chicken and grease, not the healthiest stuff. They're just different. And sometimes as entrepreneurs, we try to be better instead of focusing on being different, right? What is it that's different about you that's going to attract a different crowd? That's a key to building a solid business, is understanding that little nugget right there. It's not always about being better as much as it is about being different, right? And sometimes we have yet to learn how to walk in our differences, right? We're trying to be like everybody else, but better. And I think that's the wrong answer. Learn how to be steadfast and stand firm in your uniqueness, and the fact that you are different, make that your strength and not a weakness. So with that, it's my 30 minutes of fame. Listen, I am aggressively expanding my financial education business. If you would like to partner with me and my team, whoever's sharing this video with you, get back with them. I got a pretty good track record that if you follow our system, you could build at least a $600 per month guaranteed residual income in roughly 30 to 60 days, right? And then it just continues to grow from there. So if you need a extra income, you're looking for the perfect side hustle, our business model is in the financial education space. We're going to help you fix your credit. We're going to help you legally lower your taxes. We're going to help you out of debt, and we're going to help you invest so that you can grow generational wealth. Cost you a couple $100 to get started, $100 a month, roughly, to maintain your business. But you got a proven system, a great coach, and my mentor, Brian Bean. I'm a decent coach. I'm learning to become a great coach like him. He's teaching me. And we got a system that duplicates. So if you're interested in another income stream, just get back with the person who shared this video with you, and let them know that you want to be down with the team, and they'll show you what it is that we do, how we do it, what it costs to get involved, and how we're going to help you duplicate our system. So until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.